Today I'm gonna make for you spinach, bacon, egg cups. Welcome to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Tim Harris. I started the ketogenic diet about 14 months ago. I've lost over 140 pounds. I'm also a certified health nutrition life coach that specialized in the keto diet, ketosis nutrition, and intermittent and prolonged fasting. My passion is to help you succeed in your keto journey and get some great results and start living your life to the fullest. So today I'm making for you bacon, spinach, egg cups. Here's what you're going to need for this recipe. You're going to need 4 slices of thick cut bacon, a 6-ounce package of frozen chopped spinach thawed and drained, a 1/4 of a bell pepper chopped, a pinch of salt and ground black pepper to taste, 6 eggs, 4 ounces of Colby Jack cheese or your favorite cheese, a tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And then you're going to want to take a muffin pan that makes 12 and spray them with cooking spray. I use the coconut cooking spray, you know, the coconut oil. All right. And you're going to take the 4 slices of bacon. You're going to cook them in a skillet, which I already did that ahead of time. And then you're going to want to chop it up really, small like this, bite size. All right. But you want to save the bacon grease because now what we're going to do is we're going to take the bell pepper. Let me turn the burner on. Which I have a 1/4 of a bell pepper right here sliced up. And we're going to take this, the mushrooms, and the spinach, and the salt and pepper, and we're going to cook it in the skillet in the bacon grease, okay? So I got the burner on. Let me get the pepper in there. Here's my thawed and drained spinach. Get that in there. Okay. And then we're going to add some salt and pepper to that as well, which right here's my cracked pepper. I'm going to crack some of that in there. Okay, and then I'll put some salt in there. And again, it's pink Himalayan salt. Okay, now we're going to cook that up until the pepper gets translucent. It'll probably be about 5 minutes or so. And then, this is great. I normally buy this at Tim Hortons, but, I prefer to make my own stuff. You can make these up ahead of time. You make 12 of them. You can have 2 per serving. If you got to get up to go to work early, this is a perfect breakfast. You can make these up ahead of time. And then you can have them in the freezer and just throw them in the microwave for like 1 minute before you got to leave for work. And there's a quick breakfast for you that's keto. All right? And in the meantime, you could take your eggs. I already did mine in here. You could take your eggs, crack them open, get them in a bowl. Is I'm going to take my whisk my eggs up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to add the heavy whipping cream. Then I'm going to add some salt and pepper. Okay, and then I'm going to add my 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. got to put the mushrooms in there too. Totally forgot about them into the frying pan. So in the frying pan, in the bacon grease, you have the mushrooms, the bell pepper, and the spinach with some salt and pepper. Okay, so that's cooking up nicely. Now I'm going to whisk this all up, get it all well combined. Then I'm going to add in about half of the cheese, which I shred my own. So I have 4 ounces of Colby Jack shredded cheese here. I'm going to put about half of that into this, the egg mixture. I'm going to put this back so it doesn't clump. So only use about 2 ounces of the cheese. Mix that into the egg mixture. Okay, so I got that mixed. And you know, the smaller that you cut up your bell peppers, the quicker they'll cook. These ones are actually almost done because I cut them up quite small. Alright, again, like I said, make sure you take a muffin pan that holds 12 muffins and you spray that with some cooking spray. And you're going to want to have a 1/4 cup measuring cup available because you're going to need that here in the next step. So we already whisked together the eggs, the heavy whipping cream, the onion powder, the garlic powder, some salt and pepper, and 2 ounces of the shredded cheese into a bowl. What we're going to do is we're going to take this out of the pan, okay? Alright. And we're going to spread it out in this bowl a little bit so it can cool quickly. Now I would have already had this, stage done, but I wanted to show you guys. Alright, so here's my bowl of my vegetables. I'm going to set that up in the freezer to get cold. Alright, so then once that gets cold, we're going to add that to this egg mixture. And then we're going to use the 1/4 cup measuring cup to measure it out, put it in each muffin. Alright, so now once the vegetables are cooled in the freezer, we're going to add them to the egg mixture, alright? So I have the vegetables right here. Just going to pour them right into the egg mixture. And hey, if you haven't done so, click on the button down there to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click the little bell as well so you'll be notified every time I post new content to help you in your keto journey. And you want to make sure that you cool them first so that they don't cook the eggs. They don't start cooking the eggs when you first put it in there. And then you want to mix all this up really good. Okay, and then once you have them all mixed, okay, and then we're just going to take the muffin pan, pour it over here where we can get to it. We're going to use a 1/4 cup measuring cup. And we're just going to scoop some out, pour it right into this muffin pan. And you want to try to get 12 out of here. Which I only got 11 out of there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a tablespoon. I'll take a little bit out of this one, add it to this one, take a little bit out of this one, put it in there. So any of them that look a little bit more full, just grab a little bit out of there and use it to fill up your last one. Okay, so now they all look pretty much even. All right, and then you're going to take the 2 ounces of cheese that you have left, right here, and you just want to take just a little pinch, put it on the top and spread it out. So not very much, you know, just a very little. And, you know, start out with just a very little, and then when you get to the end, if you have some more left, you can add it to whichever ones, you know, don't have a lot of cheese. And the serving is 2 of these per serving. And then I'm going to take the bacon and I'm just going to put some of that on the top as well. And, you know, just put just a little bit on each one so that you know, make sure you got enough to put some bacon on them all. And then you can go back through if you have extra bacon. And you could have also added the bacon in with the egg mixture if you wanted to. Okay, now I'm just dividing this up a little bit so they all look like they have about the same. Alright, so now I have all them prepared. Now I'm going to take and put this in the oven, cook it for about 20 minutes or until the eggs set up. And that's it. As always, if you found any value in this video, please share it with your friends, family, or anyone you know doing keto.